Hi, it's Eldon from the Mind Body Project. Welcome back. Hope you're enjoying all the videos and all the content. There's lots happening with the Mind Body Project content at the minute. I will tell you at the end of this video what's going on. So there's a few things coming up in the next couple of months, so I'll tell you all about that. But first of all, like the video, subscribe, and comment if you have anything to say about anything that you want, or anything that you, as I said, I'd like to hear what you have to say. Right, I've been asked this, and this is something that people struggle with, and it's relapse. So why do I relapse? So this is going to be an extended video, so I'm going to talk about this and the reasons why you relapse from the Mind Body Project perspective. Yeah, because I do things a little bit differently from what most people do. So let me just tell you a story, because I've had issues with this myself. Now, I was working in the community with a client, and our job was to help her with hypertension. Her weight needed to come down, to help with her joints as well. She was having arthritis issues as well, and so and then diabetes as well. So I was there to actually assist with this and working with this client in the community, in coordination with a nurse, so one of the nurses in the community as well. And we were doing really well. So I had 12 weeks, and what I did was I worked with this client really well, changed all her food around, got her really motivated. She was doing physical activity, she was very focused, very motivated, doing all the stuff. And then she said to me, "Eldin, we've reached the target. We've reached the target. We've done really well. The nurse is really happy with the work that we've done, and yeah, well done. Yeah, I'm really happy with that." And the nurse was really happy, and so yeah, everything worked out really well. And then I went, you know what, I'm going to go back and see how she's getting on. This is a week later. So I went back, and then she had changed to the behaviours, to the previous behaviours that she did before. She'd stopped doing all the things that we had been doing and working on to get her the results. I was like, but why? We've just been spending near enough 8 weeks doing this. Why have you just chosen to go back to the things that caused you the problem in the first place? Why? And she said, well, we reached the target, so I'm just now not motivated to do it. So therefore, I've just stopped doing the behaviours, and I've just gone back to how I was before. Now, this was early on in my stages of development, let's just say. So this was early on. So this is a lesson I learned early on. And that is that the reason why she relapsed, and this was to do with the weight, and this is more to do with, like, let's say, depression. We're more focused on the mental health side. But the reason why she had done that is because she'd got to a certain point, a goal. She'd got away from the actual thing that was causing her the pain enough to then say, I'm away from it now, so therefore I can stop. Now, early on I learned this is a valuable lesson, and the reason why people relapse, and the reason why you may be struggling with that, is because of motivation. Now, motivation. So you are either motivated towards pleasure or away from pain. Yeah, towards pleasure or away from pain. Now, you will act you're 100 times more likely to act to get away from pain. So we can use that as a way of motivating you to get away from something. Yeah, if you're in pain, then you are likely to make a decision. You will change from pain. When it's pleasure, someone's, yeah, that caused you pleasure. Yeah, I just ain't got the time now. Yeah. Yeah, I could do it, but I'm not really. It's not the same. Pain. If you have pain, you're going to react to it pretty quickly. Now, what happened is, so this lady here, she'd reacted to the pain got away from it enough, but then she wasn't motivated anymore. Yeah, because she's away from the pain now. And down here, let's look down here. So down here we've got a chart that I like to use. Yeah, I love to use this chart. So we've got excellence up here. So those who are performing well consistently up here. And then we've got dysfunction down here, which is like when you're really, really struggling and you need severe help. Yeah. Now, I don't work with anyone completely at dysfunction level because I'm not allowed to. Yeah, that's where you get really supported, lots of support with help there. Now, here's the average people here. So what I usually say is that when you're working, when the NHS or when we have the voluntary sector working with people who are struggling, they are usually between dysfunction and here. Now, average, the mean, this is essentially what, if you do something scientific study, then you're going to get the mean. Yeah. Now, the way that I always like to say this is like the government work with, what they do is they take randomized people, so average people, and then they basically take the average of the average. So randomized sample, they test it, and then they take the average of that. Yeah, so average people and the average of them is what they're usually going to do. So which brings you to about here. So really what the government are trying to do is they're trying to get you away from, trying to get you away from pain, dysfunction, to around about this point, which shows up in the stats. So it's around about 25% there, so a quarter. Yeah. So they're trying to get you away from the pain. Yeah. So you go away from the pain, and once they get to about here, they will sort of leave you and go, right, you're far enough away from the pain now. Now go out there. We need other people. We ain't got enough resources to do anymore. But you're not in danger anymore of harm to self, harm to others. You're not there now. So therefore you're not in our remit. So you don't need to be there. Now, the problem with that, and this is why there's relapse, this is why you may be relapsing, is because you are, let's say we've got excellence is this way. Yeah. Let me see if I can turn my chair out. Yeah. And we've got dysfunction this way. Yep. Excellence is this way, dysfunction's this way. I've just come away from dysfunction. Yeah, so I'm coming away from, I'm motivating because I'm in pain. I'm coming away from here. I'm far enough away from here. Yeah, I'm far enough away. Now, the problem is I'm still facing this way. I'm still focused on what I don't want. Yeah, I still talk about what I don't want. I still think about what I don't want because I'm focused on what I don't want. Brain doesn't do that. Your brain, if I said to you right now, don't think of a red horse. And the problem is, whatever goes in your head, whatever you think about most of the time, is basically going to manifest itself. Yeah, it's going to manifest itself into your life somehow, physically. So if I'm still facing there, still talking about, still talking about pain, still thinking about pain, still thinking about where I've just come from, then what's going to happen is you're going to manifest itself. Your brain's thinking, all right, so you want to go back there? All right, I'll take you back there then. And you end up going back there, and you relapse. Yeah. So you end up staying around here, relapsing, going in and out of these services. Yeah, so you're just going in and out of these services because what is missing, and the reason why this is a problem, is that when you're away from, see the thing is, I would probably do the same thing as what the NHS do or anything else does, but you go away from something. So when someone comes to me with the Mind Body Project, what I would do is I'll essentially say, right, your food, again, there's 5 things: mindset, food, physical activity, breathing exercises, and your fluids. Those are the things I'm going to be looking at. More to do, but more, leave the mindset out for now. Leave that out for now. But this physical stuff I'm going to make sure that you're doing, because that's enough to bring you away from the pain. If you've got a healthy body, you're going to feel good. And then we can do our thinking. So once we're far enough away, what I then do, and this is what doesn't happen in the NHS, by the way, because they don't do it themselves personally in their head, and they haven't got the time and they haven't got the resources to even think like this. So once you're far enough away, then what I do is I'm turning your head round to focus on what you want. Yeah, focusing on what you want. And I have to do that by changing your mindset. I have to change your beliefs, your limiting beliefs, get rid of those, give you empowering beliefs, and then teach you about constant and never-ending improvement. So progress. Every day is about progress. This is a non-stop thing. The reason why these guys are excellent every single day, the reason why those in your field who perform the best consistently and they're always top, is because they are doing something every single day. They're bettering themselves, they're doing more, they're wanting more, they're learning new skills, they're feeling better, they're consistently doing behaviors that serve them well and get them ahead. They're consistently doing that. So that is why they are there. So what I do, yes, you're in pain now. You're in pain here. Move you away from the pain so that you haven't got this pain anymore. But then I'm going to turn your head around by using some skills, coaching skills, releasing negative emotions, using some timeline stuff, some NLP, hypnosis, and loads of different things to then go, you're focusing now on what you want in life. So what experiences do you want to have now? Now, initially you're going to think, well, I can't do anything, I'm no good, I'm this, I'm that, and all these limiting beliefs will come out. That is why you need to do the coaching skills, release the negative emotions, and do the skills and programming. You know, getting rid of all that nonsense from your head, so that you do a little bit each day, and you're essentially progressing up here to excellence. And it's daily habits. Yeah, daily habits, weekly habits, and you're motivated by what experiences you want to have in life. Don't worry about how you're going to get there for now. You're not at the stage, but it's about working towards having experiences that you've always wanted to have in life. So it's building up your emotional juice, because once you build up your emotional juice, then your brain is going to go, yeah, this feels good, I want more of this. And it's going to go after things that you're focusing on and you're thinking about most of the time. See, your brain, if you think about it this way, it's just as easy to have a hard life as it is to have an easy life. You just have to decide what you're going to focus on. You're going to focus on that pain, or you're going to focus on pleasure. Yeah, because whatever you're focused on, you're going to create. Where focus goes, energy flows. Your brain will manifest this, whatever you're focusing on. And that's what's not understood, and that is why people will go in and out of these services, because they are not, once you're released from it, you're not then trained to go, right, this is how you get these this is how you build your emotional juice. What can you do? What do you want to do? What do you want to experience in life? If I give you a magic wand, what is it that you really want to experience in life right now? Write all of them down, all the experiences down. Forget, I've got a magic wand, so it doesn't really matter how we're going to get there yet. Just write them all down, because then your brain has to do something different. It has to focus on, now I have to work out how to construct all this and create this and design this into the life. But the brain will work that way. It's quite funny, because when you're thinking about this pain, guess what you notice around in your external world? You notice, that's painful, that guy's an idiot, that person's a twat, this person's pretentious, this person's arrogant. Yeah, this person's trying to stitch me up. That's what you notice when you're focusing on pain. But when you're focusing on pleasure, oh my God, that guy's really good at that. Oh, that's really skillful. Oh, you've got a nice smile. Oh, you make me feel good. Oh, you're really good at that skill. How'd you do it? You're really good at dancing. You're really good at this. Wow, that's a really incredible thing that you're doing right there. Everything changes because you notice it, because you've told your brain what to focus on and what to get. So essentially what will happen is, when we get to this point, this point here, this is where you get released. Yeah? And what you really want to do, so once you get released from there, then you want to be focusing on this direction. So you want to be focusing on excellence. You want to be focusing on progress. And want to be focusing on what you want to do, step by step. Yeah, but you want to be aiming for the best. If you aim for mediocre, you'll probably get just below that. But if you aim for excellence, then you'll probably get there at least, depending on how committed you are. But if you do not change the direction you're focused on, once you've had a bad experience or trauma, or you're depressed or whatever, once you've got far enough away from that and you've used techniques such as the thing like doing physical activity, changing your food around to make sure you're not getting inflamed, make sure you're not having sugary fluids and taking out certain stuff, and making sure that you're actually eating foods that are plant-based diet. Once you're doing that, and then you get away from this and you're actually feeling pretty good in your body and your mind, you turn away. That is the most important thing. You have to change your focus to there, because if you don't change your focus, you relapse, because that's the only way you can go. You can either go this way, focus on pain, or focus on pleasure. That's it. You have to change it. You have to change where your focus is. You have to change what you're after. And it's about constantly and never-ending improvement. Yeah, you have to change that direction. You have to change what's going on, your focus in your mind. And that's the problem that we have. And that's why there's loads of relapse. Yeah, 50% of people who get helped at the moment relapse. They relapse because they haven't got the time to shift your thinking so that you're now going after things that you actually want. No one shows you that. That's why coaches are so expensive, because they will show you this part so that you're actually enjoying your life. See, the thing is about this, excellence, to get to excellence, you've got to enjoy the journey. It's about enjoying the journey in life. People who want to be happy, it's a journey. It's not the... People say, yeah, I want to be happy. You have to do happiness. You have to do it. And to do it, you have to know what's actually the events and experiences and things that are actually going to make you feel good and buzzing. Things that you really want to, that are going to make you wowed. You've got to really know what that is. Whilst you're focusing on negativity and pain, you can't do that. Because all you will see is negativity and pain. How are you supposed to see happiness and good things and experiences and what you can do if your focus is on this way? Can't see it. All I can see is black, darkness, pain. This way, wow, bright, wow, that's good colour. Yay. Hope. It's things I want to achieve. I'm in a rush now, I want to get there. I'm really hurried because I've turned my brain away to something I really want to do. Yeah, things I really want to do. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. Forget that. I'll go through this on my personal development master's course, so that's on there. But what you've got to understand is the reason why you would relapse is because you are not focused on what you want. You're still focused on what you don't want. So hopefully this video clears that up for you. Now, this does take some training to do this. It does take some thinking, but once I realized that with my client, then I didn't make that mistake again. I didn't make that mistake. You have to, yes, motivation by to get away from something, you can use that. I use that as a way of, as I said, motivating people. Yeah, motivating by pain or leverage. But what you want to have and make sure that happens is, whilst you're motivated away from the pain, you want to make something pleasurable at the same time. So you want to make both things happen. Yeah, we're motivated, get away from there, but go towards there. You need that, and it's called leverage. So you want to be making sure that you're aiming so that you are getting excellent. So your progress, you either progress or depress. You're going to go that way or that way. You don't stay the same. You don't sit there and go, oh, I'm comfortable. Because if you're saying I'm comfortable, then you're going that way. You're going towards pain. Yeah, you may be comfortable today, but you are going that way. If you're not progressing, you're going that way. And it's up to you. So that explains, that's how I see relapse, and that is why you want to make sure that you are consistently doing behaviours that are going to get you this way. It's about constantly, never-ending improvement. You're always doing something each day towards your goals, going towards them. And rather than saying goals, the way that I look at it is more direction. You're going in this direction. Because when you get to a goal, what happens? Once you get there, your motivation goes. Yeah, so you have, yes, milestones, but I don't really call them goals, I call it direction. So there's a list of things that you want to achieve in life. So how do you go around doing it? Because that's what life's about. What else is life about? People are getting things wrong. I want this perfect job. For what purpose? Good point. See, it's a means to an end. What's the end result? You need to know these things. You need to know experiences. I want to get a good job so I can go and do these things. So I can go and travel. So I can go and spend more time with family or whatever. Yeah, that's the end result. So that's up here. But you need to be performing excellently every single day to get there. So hopefully that has cleared it all up for you. So please leave some messages. Please subscribe, like and comment, and I'll read them all and I'll answer you back. But hopefully that has cleared up this issue about relapse. So see you later. Bye.